Ah, bonjour, bonjour YouTube. Alors, on se retrouve aujourd'hui sur GreedFall. Et on allait chercher le cousin Constantin. Et ça a l'air d'être par là. Et au bout de la rue, enfin, au bout de la rue, lol. Au bout du chemin, on tournera à droite.
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It wasn't a landslide that did this, but combat. A deadly one. I sure hope our little governor has escaped the carnage.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws. And there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Catasac's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks. This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Catasac and Constantine were going. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. Crater. Without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor Catasac are among them.
Quelque part,
This blade is
Tant
a
mieux.
native ritual knife. And this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Catasac have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? Constantine and Catasac must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks.
Ok.
More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against? Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
To my help! And death to the
Non.
More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again? Or something else?
Ça sent traquenard cette histoire.
New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from?
These are coin guard. But I couldn't tell you if they served the Bridge Alliance or Taleme.
More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Faut que je trouve encore un truc ici.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here. The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Katasak. I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no... These vials look familiar. Katasak used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. And these rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasak definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
No colonist understands how to control the fauna of this island. Whereas for the native wise men...
You believe Katasak could have orchestrated this attack?
Who else? You know all too well that with your cousin a hostage, you would be obliged to cede to the demands of the natives.
Bah, c'est pas
He
sûr.
would then have only accepted to treat him in order to gain his trust. I don't know. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Xavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasak returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat. Or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
I doubt that the Alliance would have decided to openly attack their ally. Don't forget that they owe their continued presence on the island to you.
And thanks to you, I know. But their men were there, on the cliff. And Constantine is no longer among us. Maybe those men are still loyal to the preceding commander. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger.
Ouais.
Let us be on our way without further delay.
Je vais commencer par l'avant-poste, étant donné que je crois qu'il doit être peut-être un peu plus près, ouais. Il faut que je redescende tout ça et qu'après je tourne. Oh putain, quelle horreur. Mais non, attends. Si, c'est là. Ok.
To my help, and death to the others!
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desardet. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for Constantine d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rat hole?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the clifftop?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well.
Ah merde, j'ai oublié de remettre mon super masque.
But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
Captain, my name is Afra. You might remember me. I passed by this outpost with my fellow scholars.
The Lost Expedition. Yes, I remember.
His Excellency was able to extract us from the situation we found ourselves in.
His Excellency has powers that I do not possess.
I'm casting no stones at you. You are isolated and without resources, and understandably a bit angry. You have the feeling that the powerful of this world have abandoned you, and you want to make them pay. But a life hangs in the balance. We must save him.
You were right. I will tell you everything I know.
S'il te plaît, oui.
One of the men I'd posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore.
Franchement, j'en doute. Vous prenez des potions de soin?
Anything else?
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
This and
I need to be...
Ah. Bonjour, je suis un légat.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds. Were you able to...
Yes, I was.
Give it to me. I'll take...
Ah bah j'en avais déjà une, parfait.
We must wait and be
Will he make it?
I hope so.
And if he survives?
Come back tomorrow at the same time.
Very well.
See you soon.
Bah écoute, c'est super tout ça. Là, je vais tout droit. Ok. Oh, un campement, chouette. C'est bon, ça veut dire que j'ai pas besoin de... Voilà. Oh! On m'a donné une lettre. Ma foi. Ah, il est là. Coupe.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Konstantin Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest
T'inquiète,
now.
mon poteau. Moi, je les gère, les...
Having recovered.
Je les gère, les insulaires. T'inquiète pas.
I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Bon, Capitaine Idriss Elba, dis-moi tout.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry.
Oh non, t'inquiète, je vais gérer.
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
De
I
rien.
need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same.
Ouais, c'est super long. Hein. Je vais voir si je peux pas me téléporter quelque part. Ouais, ça a l'air d'être bon. Waouh, bien les roulades. Wouhou. Hop là. Acrobatie. Oui. Hop là. Hop là. Hop là. Hop là. Hop là. Hop là. Là où il est fort, c'est qu'il fait des roulades comme ça alors qu'il a une grosse massue dans les mains. C'est incroyable. Oh putain, oui, non, c'est le village de merde où c'est un labyrinthe sans nom. Ah non, c'est bon, je peux entrer par là. Coucou. Ça va? Attends, du coup, il est par là-bas, d'accord. Wesh.
Do it. What are you doing? Who let you pass?
Your men. We are here to parley with your chief.
Parley with Renaigse? You truly believe that...
Leave this to me. I want to know what they have to say. I know you, Renaigse. It is you who freed the Loyan prisoners. Speak. I will hear you.
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
You dare come here and accuse us of taking him? Let me throw him out this Renaigse and
Bah
his
perso, je vous accuse de que dalle. Je vous dis juste que vous avez été vu sur le lieu et j'aimerais en savoir plus.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who is protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them.
Oui,
I
voilà.
was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the Vorsht Tire, he died from his wounds.
Oh merde.
That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat.
Oh non.
The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind.
Oh merde, il est littéralement mort en protégeant Constantin.
We could do no more.
Oh.
We carried the body of the Donegad and brought
Ok,
it
cool.
here.
Mais du coup...
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate
Je le toucherai pas, t'inquiète. Je vais juste le regarder. Je compte manquer de respect à personne, cocotte. Surtout pas au mec qui a sauvé mon cousin. Ah, et donc c'est bien le camp où j'avais été récupérer les potes d'Afra. Oh merde, par contre je sais pas du tout où faut que j'aille. Ah, ça vient d'être là. Ok, cool.
Katisach. Seeing the state of his body. I hate myself for having suspected. Forgive me, Denegad. To have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then, let's see what story this corpse has to tell.
I can give a detailed examination of the corpse. It is a task that I have been trained to perform.
I gladly cede the privilege.
We note a great number of large, blunt force contusions, covering the entire surface of the victim's body. None of the wounds could be attributed to a blade or a spear, nor are there any visible bullet entry points. Practically every bone has been broken in multiple places.
Mais donc c'est ça,
The
ça doit
ribcage
être
was
une
torn
bestiole
open
qui
and
l'a
then
éclaté.
collapsed. The open wound reveals multiple perforations of the vital organs. Here, the borders of the wounds have been singed. The flesh is blackened, exposed to a flame, no doubt. And we also note several patches of mineral residue. They seem oddly out of place in spite of the exotic insular origin of our deceased. I would be hard-pressed to tell you which of the wounds proved to be the fatal blow, but one thing is certain.
He was smashed violently by a giant rock that was without a doubt on fire.
Yes. These wounds are similar to those given by a heated cannon shot, though in a less regular fashion.
The dead soldiers we found had identical wounds. As crazy as this may sound, whoever is responsible for this attack is capable of wielding molten rock.
In any other circumstance, your conclusion would qualify you for an asylum. But I stand on the side of the improbable. The
Ouais,
natives'
franchement,
powers
ça
reside
m'étonnerait pas qu'un
outside
natif
the
soit
body
assez
of knowledge
vénère
we
pour manipuler la
possess.
nature à ce niveau-là.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalis Fair. What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns.
Bah perso, si je pouvais le faire moi-même, je le ferais.
Of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes
Explique-moi,
your
moi je le fais, y a pas de
heart.
souci, hein.
This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadachtas has never breathed air with
Ah,
the same breath.
elle.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
Ah merde. Ah, ça risque d'être un problème, ça. D'un côté, j'ai pas trop envie de lui demander, mais d'un autre côté, j'ai pas vraiment d'autre choix. Oui, par contre, ce village de ruines de couilles là, quelle horreur! Je sais jamais où est la sortie. Voilà, parfait. Franchement, ce que tu veux en échange, je te le donne. À ce stade... Salut.
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
I've come to ask you for help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of Katasak, the Donegad.
Katasach is dead. Under Vush dire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken, according to a witness. And Katasak suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it. But none of our own would have attacked Katasach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged my wound in the past. Very well, Renoixe. I will help you.
Ah!
And I also
Encore
wish
une
to
bonne
gain
raison pour
understanding.
laquelle j'ai bien fait de
Our
tuer
island
l'enfoiré là qui lui a
wails
tiré
in
dessus.
suffering. Many Sinolmenawi have died. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know.
Ah bah non,
You will need
je
to act as
préférerais
my
pas comme...
Verglendaig, and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
Ah bien
What
sûr,
do
t'as
you
besoin de
require?
quoi?
A potion. And listen and remember, or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
In Doren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is high.
I'll go and get the ingredients you require, and I'll find you there when the moment has come.
Safe travels.
Attends, est-ce que la potion, je peux la fabriquer ici? J'ai pas l'impression. Ok. Son arme... Sur le site de l'attaque, je peux trouver son arme. Et les entrailles de charognard. Ah oui, non, putain, faut que je fasse tout le tour, c'est vrai. Ah. Ouais, j'ai pas équipé de flingue. Moi, je peux toujours essayer de tirer si j'ai pas de flingue. Hein. C'est bizarre, le charognard, c'est bon.
I recognize this weapon. It's Katasak's, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the battle. Let's take it back to Mev.
Ah, il me manque une bête belladone. Ah! Je sais pas du tout où je peux en trouver. C'est quoi, merde? Ah, je sais pas du tout où je peux en trouver.
Come closer, good people. The cure is... You'll find all you need in our selection. Well, have you... it. See you soon.
Ouais, salut. C'était le seul truc qui me manquait avant que je suis. Non. Bon. Ok.
To my help.
Non.
Take to the others.
Were you able to find the elements I need for the ritual?
Yes.
Yep. Ah.
Here is what you asked me to bring.
This is good. The moon is high. We may start. Take your place.
Franchement, je pensais pas qu'elle serait aussi facile à convaincre. Mais là, comme apparemment je l'ai vengée et qu'elle-même, elle voulait en savoir plus.
Katasar, we have come to learn the truth of your death. Ato al confrangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman. Bara fridenan tahanemo quate grenfem. Linkui damda renaute da hodox. Lemat, de tahawan kloisam. De talugedon velam. De taragam buledam. De tatamenam reloidan. Adota lamen kante bij dam en antelam vervraagd dan kom.
Katasak, help me, please.
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster. Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katasach. To save one, Renaikse, you put us all in great peril. His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker?
And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden-haired was there. And he was afraid. Katasach protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
T'inquiète, t'inquiète.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice.
Do you know where to look for him? Vinbar has been missing for moons.
The kings and queens could tell me when they saw him for the last time.
Then you must earn their trust. Arm yourself with patience and courage on Olmenawi. Your journey is still
Eh
long.
ben.
Thank you, Mev. You have helped us greatly.
Do not thank me. I have not done this for you, but for Katasach. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell, Mev.
Merci. Ah. Bon. Ben, on va terminer là-dessus, je pense. Je vais mettre cette quête-là en pause et faire l'autre quête secondaire pour la prochaine fois. À tout de suite. Enfin, à bientôt.